Today we're going to show you how to make a beautiful step-by-step Argentinian asado on the parrilla. You are going to love it. Today we're going to be cooking on a Procan Argentine XL grill. We've got two separate cooking areas, one here, and kind of classic Argentinian style. We can raise and lower our grate depending on how hot we want everything. You can use either charcoal here ready to go, or you can use the braseo for a traditional model where we will kind of burn oak logs down to embers below and then move the embers with our shovel to create our little fire zones here. So that's the traditional way is through the wood. But for tonight, we're going to be going with the charcoal just to do a quick and easy dinner. If we fire up this charcoal, we're going to get everything going a little bit faster. And we've got these sloped kind of V-shaped grates. All that fat is going to drip into this catch-on tray here, and we're going to get this fire lit. We're going to light both so we can get wood from the smoke, a nice, quick, even cooking with the charcoal. Now with our fires going, we're going to go ahead and close this up. And we want the charcoal mostly ashed over. We'll spread those around. Our wood is going to burn down to beautiful embers on the ground, get us some great smoke, and we're going to get both these sets of charcoal ready. For our pineapple prep, we've got our New West Knife Works 8-inch blade, brand new, because we need something super sharp out the gate to trim this pineapple down. And we just want to be able to expose the flesh to as much fire and smoke as possible with nice thin cuts all the way around. Now while our charcoal is warming up, I threw on a pineapple here. This can go anywhere from kind of 30 minutes to an hour. It's just going to hang up high with the attached hooks that we have here. We're going to get some nice smoke on it. It'll be a great dessert, and just keep cooking. Okay, we've ashed over really nicely here. Our braseo is going great. I'm going to poke that a little bit with the attached fire stick that we've got. And then down here, ashing over pretty nicely as well. We're at the 22 mark since we started our fires, and we've ashed over really nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all spread out here. And be careful, because this is going to be very hot. But we are ashed over everywhere we want to be. And then we can grab some of this fresh wood embers from below for some extra smoke. Close this back up. Now, because we have two cooking zones here, I'm going to have this section here be kind of medium heat for our pork and cheese provoleta, and this one's going to be really high heat searing on the grates down below. The pineapple sitting higher up. And then a trick from Francis Mallman that I learned is if you put your hand over the grates where it's going to sit, if you can hold it for about 4 to 5 seconds, that's medium, and about 1 to 2 seconds is high. So that's right where we want to be. Kind of 3 to 4 seconds is medium high. But I think we're ready to get our meat on. In general, the principle behind a nice asado is you kind of go all day, families all around. It's a ton of fun. And there's a progression of the meat. So it kind of goes from lighter to darker or heavier. So kind of chicken, fish, pork in the beginning. And then you get to the beef at the end. So we're going to start with some choripan or chorizo, Argentinian chorizo, that we're going to grill and smoke up nicely here, and some nice provoleta. Next up, we're going to make our provoleta, which is just Argentinian grilled cheese. You're going to want to get a 1-inch thick kind of hockey puck of provolone from the deli counter. And then we're going to cube it up here. Now, you could use a big cast iron pan and put this in whole. I've done that a bunch of times, and then it's just olive oil, oregano, red pepper flakes, a little bit of pepper. We got a fun little ramekin here where we're just going to drop these cubes in. and season them up with some fresh oregano that we got from the garden. But any kind of oregano will do. This is a super fun appetizer that you can set up. And then we'll top these little squares with a little bit of olive oil. Red pepper flakes. And our oregano. So we've gone about 15 minutes on the cheese and the chorizo. We're going to slice the chorizo in half, put that cut side down just to get that nice and crispy. Cheese is all but done. And then the steak is going to go for anywhere from, I think, 7 to 10 minutes. It's about ready to come off as well. One way you can check for doneness, depending on what you're looking for, is you can do this palm test here, where if you touch your index finger with your thumb, and then touch your palm right here, that's rare. Middle finger to the thumb is medium rare, kind of medium. And this is medium well, and then well done. So we want to be in this range. You can just kind of poke at the steak and the thicker parts and see where you're at there. And just know that the thinner parts will cook faster than that. Now, one of the keys to an Argentinian asado is the chimichurri. And you've got 3 basic options. You can make your own like we're going to do here. And I like about a 4-to-1 parsley to oregano ratio on the green. Or you can get a store-bought kind of pre-made chimichurri. And that works great, shelf-stable. They also sell these chimichurri dry kits where you'll get all the seasonings dry. You add oil and vinegar. That's really nice too. For me, I just love a fresh chimichurri. And one thing to note is that these fresh parsley leaves and the oregano that we add in, they kind of suck up olive oil. So you're going to want to add more than you think. This is fresh Cuban oregano from our garden. It's really strong, but you can use any kind of oregano. I just like the 4-to-1 parsley to oregano ratio. And I don't use cilantro in my chimichurri. I think that it's more of a Brazilian chimichurri. We're going for Argentinian here. Nice and traditional. Then we're going to go with 4 cloves of garlic. I like to give it a smash. We'll peel this off. Then we'll get this chopped up. We've got our parsley, oregano, and garlic. To that, I'm going to add some fleur de sel salt, or you can do kosher salt here. Fresh cracked pepper. We're going to do some red wine vinegar. That's going to give us some really bright acidity to counter the charred, salty meat that we're going to be eating here. And then olive oil. And again, when you're making this fresh, you're going to put in a lot of olive oil. A lot of it's going to soak into your greens. So we might have to come back and do more olive oil. And that's totally okay. So I'm going to give this an initial stir. See all the liquid we have down there at the bottom? We're going to let the parsley and oregano kind of soak that in. And then we'll add some more olive oil as we get closer. And from here, we'll top everything with some nice homemade chimichurri. And then our chorizo is going to go into some warm rolls. We love it. Let us know what you think in the comments.